Hello friends, so today we're going to discuss another problem from LeetCode, which is a hard problem, and I will be uploading this video in the problem set of LeetCode hard problems. So you can check that playlist out. It has a lot of hard problems from LeetCode, so if you want to practice those questions out, you can check that playlist. So the problem name is allocate mailboxes. So what the problem statement states is you are given an array of houses of an integer k. So as you can see, you are given a coordinate line, okay, and the coordinate line is as you can see is only positive. So from 0 till, or like from 1 till some n number, and then every house has some coordinate value. As you can see, there's a house at 2, 5, 12 and 18, and you are given k. K means how many mailboxes you can like put in this number line. So you have to put k mailboxes in this number line, and you have to return out the minimum total distance between each house and the nearest mailbox. So what does this mean? It means that if you put like one mailbox at this point, one mailbox at this point at this point, then you have to find out the minimum distance from every house, like from any house to the nearest mailbox. Like this house can also go to this mailbox, but the distance between this is 4 and 9, so it is like 5. But this mailbox and this mailbox is difference 1. So from every house you have to find out the difference between the house and the nearest mailbox, and then total all the sum, and you have to find out that you have to minimize the total distance. So you have to install k mailboxes such that the total difference or the total sum of the houses distance from the mailbox is minimized. So that's the whole problem. At first glance I thought it is a binary search problem, but no, it is not a binary search problem, because we don't know the distance. We don't have to minimize the distance can be anything, but we have to calculate or put k mailboxes, okay, because you have to put k mailboxes. At which position should we put the mailboxes? That's the main question. In binary search we have some clear cut hint, but in this, even if I put some mailboxes at some point, that okay, if I want a distance of, let's assume like 500, how many mailboxes I have to put? But because we don't know where to put the mailboxes, but if we somehow observe one, two like observations from this problem, then the problem will become a DP problem, and it is a DP problem. First thing is because the constraints are very small. As you can see, n is very small, which is 100, so it can be solved in O of n cube operation also, okay. And the second thing is, what we're gonna observe is where to put a mailbox. So let's assume that there is a number line and there are some houses at this point, like then there are some houses at this point, there are 2 houses here and like 3 houses here, and let's assume that we want to put 4 mailboxes. Then what is your beneficial answer? You will put one mailbox for this, like for this cluster, one mailbox for this cluster, then another for this, and the other for this. So you can observe that if we somehow group, or if we somehow like groups this like cities or number of houses into different groups of size, like such that we have to make k groups, such that for every group we will put a mailbox. Now if we have one group, at which position should I put like a mailbox? That's the another problem. See, let's draw out another case. So it's always beneficial to draw out, okay. Okay, yeah, so let's draw out a number line, and let's assume that I have some houses like this. If I have, or let's assume I have only 2 houses. If I have 2 houses, what is your beneficial answer to like put a mailbox? It's somehow in middle, such that like from the middle point, I like both of the houses can come to the center, and then it is a meeting point, okay. If there is, like let's assume again 2 houses here, then what is the point? Then it is again the middle, or not the middle but the median of these 4 houses. If this is like there are 5 houses, then like we always put the house or the median house at the we will always put a mailbox at the median house, such that at the median position all the people can get to that point, and that is always beneficial. So you can easily observe that if you have a cluster of houses, then putting a like a mailbox at the median is always beneficial. Now these are the few observations. If you observe, then the problem becomes very simple. Now the next thing in this problem is, can I find out the cost? So now I'm using DP in this problem. I'm telling you straightforward that we are using DP. You can also observe that from the few hints, but let's assume that if I somehow find out the cost for putting a mailbox between the cities I and J. I and J means the coordinates of the house. I'm not telling you the coordinate on the number line, but the houses. So let's assume that I have some houses like this: 1, 4, 8, 10 and 20. 1, 4, 8, 10 and 20. Now, because we can do a maximum of O of NQ operation, what we can do, we can take for every I and J, let's assume that we can make a matrix of two-dimensional matrix. For every I and J means that if I take this cluster, or because I can take a cluster of one size also, like this is only a city of 1 at this point. Now, if I want to make a post box placed at the median of this city only, like this town only, or not town, sorry, this house only, then it is always beneficial to put the post box at this house only, because see, I am taking a interval in which my interval starts at 1, the 1 and end at 1 only. Okay, if I take the interval like this, then I'm taking an interval of size 4, so it starts at 1 and end at 4. If I take this interval starting at 1 and ending at 8, then which means that I'm taking all the houses from 1 till 8, which is 1, 4 and 8. That's what I'm doing. So if it is beneficial to put the house at this median point, which is the median of all the houses. Median means like what is the median of these numbers, because they are sorted. We have to first sort all the numbers house and then put the mailbox at the middle, or the middle house. That's the beneficial point, which I've told you in the previous half of this video. Okay, now the third point is, if I choose the median, what I can do for every I and J means that if I take this interval of taking these houses, what is the cost of putting a mailbox at the median? If I place the mailbox at the median, the cost is, we can iterate from left to right over that whole interval and find out the cost. Cost means what is the absolute difference between the mailbox position and the house position. So, and that will take a O of NQ, because we are iterating for I and J, the interval, and then we are doing for the whole interval an O of N loop to find out the absolute cost. So that will take you O of N cube operation, in which you can build a cost matrix which will store out the minimum cost. If you build, like, what is the minimum cost to place a mailbox in the interval I to J, when the mailbox is placed at the median, what is the cost for taking that all the cities from I to J? I to J means that if I take, like, let's assume this interval, what is the cost for placing a mailbox at the median of this house or of this interval? If I store or make a matrix of cost like this, then the second thing what I can do here is I can make every possible interval. So what I can do, because I have stored the total, because I can use DP table here also, what I can do, I have two at every state in this what you can say, in this nums of house position what we are given. If he somehow, because we already know, like, if these are the houses and we have to make k intervals such that for every interval we will put a post box at that position. So what I will do, if I take an interval like this, then if I take this interval like this, my next interval will start at this point, and now I have k minus 1 intervals left, or k minus 1 post box to put. So for every point I have the state in which if I break my interval or stop my previous interval at this point, then at the current point I have to make another, if I want to start a new interval at this point, and the number of post office or the post places we have to put the letter, it decreases by 1. And that's the whole logic for this problem. I'll show you the code and then I'll draw some test cases to even make it more clear. So this is the code, in which this is the starter function, in which we have to first sort it out because we have to find out the median. This is the n, the length of the houses. This is we are finding the O of NQ for finding out the cost. So from I till n, j is from I till n, and for the whole interval from x equal to I till j, what I will do, the cost of ij, like if I take an interval from I till j, what is the cost? The cost is taking out the median house. So median is I plus j divided by 2, the median house minus every house in that interval. So as you can see, the every house in the interval is this. So if I take an interval of I to j, the median house is the like I plus j divided by 2 house. So if I take that house as the post office, I will subtract the distance of every house in the interval from that post office house or that mailbox house. So that's how we find out the cost for I and j, and we'll store it in this vector or this matrix, and then we will memset our dp table to -1, and then initialize my OK function. From this will send this whole vector of houses. This k means how many post mails or like post boxes I have to install, and 0 means that what is my starting point, because I'm starting from 0, like there is no interval till now, so starting point is 0. Then this OK function will be called, in which they are the like these are the base cases. We'll talk about the base cases later, and then there are base cases, and then this is the main function, in which, because you have to minimize the total cost, what will I do? I have to initialize my total cost with a very large number, and then what we'll do, we'll start my I from the start point, which is this start point, and then go to as far as possible, and then see what I'm doing. If this is the, like these are the houses, I will start my I equal to 0 at this point, and then what I will do, I will keep on building my interval such that if I take this as an interval, I know the cost for this interval, and then I will recursively call my function again starting at the next point, because I have closed my interval at this point. So now I know the cost, and then I've also used one mailbox for this interval, so the next mailbox is mailbox -1, and then I will start at this point now. So that's what I've done. I will call out the minimum function, and this minimum function will be answer, like minimizing this answer over the cost if I take starting point this start, and so I have fixed my starting point at this, and I'm iterating over the end point, such that if I take my interval as this, take my interval as this, so as you can see the start point is fixed and the end point is moving. So if I fix my end point from start till the end, as you can see, if I take this from start till end, I know my interval, so I can know the cost for this interval, and because if I break at this interval, I will recursively call this OK function again for k-1, because I've installed one like mailbox at this point, so now my mailbox decreased by 1, and I plus 1, because now my new starting point is, if I end at I, the new starting point is I plus 1. So I will do the same, making the intervals from I plus 1 now. And in the end, what I want, that when I complete at the end, when I go to the end, my next starting point, which is n plus, or like the start point is n, at this end point, my k means the number of post boxes I have installed till now, should become 0. If k is equal to 0 and start equal to 0, which means that if I want to start a new interval and it goes out of bound, so it should go out of bound only when the total number of post boxes I have installed becomes 0. So it becomes 0, then the answer is 0. That okay, now my work is completed, return a smaller number, that okay, I will know the answer. But if like any one thing occurs, not both of the things occur, which means that I run out of the post mails before it, or if I go out of bound and then the post boxes I have to install is still remaining, then the answer is very large number, such that we don't want that case. So we initialize this case with a very large number, such that it will give a wrong answer, or we don't consider it. And if we have seen this state earlier, we just return out the state. So this is a standard memorization technique, and that's the logic for this whole problem. If you want to draw out the test case, I can even draw it out. So what I was doing, I will finding out the cost for every interval and stored in this cost matrix. As I've told you, I've like made this cost matrix, and then what we are doing, starting from the starting index, which is 0, I will iterate from 0 till every interval, which is like 4, 8, 10, and now let's assume if I close my interval at 4, then I will recursively call my function again at 8, because we have taken this as an interval, and we are assuming that for this interval of the house from 1 and 4, we will insert, or we will put a mailbox at that position in the median of this interval. And then because we have installed one post box, the number of post boxes left is k-1, and we have to install new, like we have to find out the new answer, the total cost for my new interval starting at the next position, which is I plus 1. And now my post box decreased by 1, so k-1, and the total cost will start again. So we are using dp because, see, there can be a lot of cases which are repeating. So because as you can see, if we are checking, because we are making intervals, it can happen that I make an interval like this, 4, 8 and 2. It can also happen that I can make an interval like this, 4, and I can also make an interval like this. So as you can see, I have recomputing this total cost again and again. This cost of taking two houses at a time, like this house at a time, and then we might have different configurations later in the half, but till this point we have some state which is common. But because we have some state which is common, we can store the answer for the state in some cost matrix on the DP matrix, sorry, and then we can recursively or use this value again, such that if we use some final other states, because if we take this state or this state or this state, then for these states, if you have calculated this value again, we don't have to calculate it again, we just use it from the DP table. So I hope you get the intuition of how to solve this problem using DP, and this is a hard problem. If you still have any doubts, you can ping me on my Telegram channel. I'll see you in the next one. Keep coding. Bye.